In the heart of a bustling city, where dreams are often swept away by the rush of daily life, two souls crossed paths in the most unexpected of places, a quiet, sunlit corner of a local library. Sophia, a woman of elegance and wisdom, had long found solace among books. Her hair, streaked with silver, framed a face marked by laughter and the lessons of time. She carried herself with a quiet confidence, the kind that only comes from having lived through both joy and sorrow. One rainy afternoon, as the city hummed outside, Sophia reached for a novel on the highest shelf. At that very moment, a young man appeared beside her. His name was Lucas. His eyes sparkled with curiosity, and his smile was warm, disarming. He offered to help her, reaching for the book with an easy grace. Their hands brushed, and for a brief instant, the world seemed to pause. Lucas was younger, by more than a decade. He was at the start of his journey, still navigating the uncertainties of adulthood, while Sophia had already traveled many of life's winding roads. Yet, as they spoke about literature, art, and dreams, an undeniable connection blossomed. What began as casual conversations soon became something deeper, a spark neither could ignore. As days turned into weeks, Sophia and Lucas found themselves drawn to each other, meeting often in the library, then at cafes, parks, and galleries. With each encounter, their affection grew. They laughed together, shared stories of their pasts, and dared to imagine a future. But as their bond deepened, whispers began to swirl around them. Friends and family questioned their relationship. Some couldn't see past the difference in their ages. "What could you possibly have in common?" they asked. "Aren't you worried about what people will say?" Sophia, who had always cared deeply for the opinions of others, felt the weight of these questions. Lucas, too, faced skepticism from his peers, who saw his devotion as naive. Yet in the quiet moments they shared, away from the world's judgments, Sophia and Lucas found something rare, a love that transcended numbers and expectations. Lucas admired Sophia's strength, her resilience, and the way she saw beauty in the ordinary. He learned from her, not just about the world, but about himself. Sophia, in turn, was captivated by Lucas's youthful optimism, his willingness to dream, and the gentle way he encouraged her to embrace new adventures. Their journey was not without challenges. There were days when doubt crept in, when the stares and whispers threatened to overshadow their happiness. But each time, they returned to the foundation they had built: trust, respect, and a shared sense of wonder. They learned to communicate openly, to support each other, and to celebrate the uniqueness of their love. Slowly, those around them began to see what they saw in each other. Sophia's friends noticed the light in her eyes, the laughter that returned to her voice. Lucas's family saw how deeply he cared, how mature and thoughtful he had become. Over time, acceptance grew, and with it, a quiet admiration for the courage it took to love so boldly. Together, Sophia and Lucas built a life filled with meaning. They traveled to distant cities, wandered through art museums, and danced in the kitchen on lazy Sunday mornings. They faced life's inevitable ups and downs as a team, drawing strength from their differences and finding joy in their shared experiences. Their love story became a testament to the power of connection, a reminder that true love is not bound by age, but by the willingness to see and be seen, to give and receive, to grow together. Sophia taught Lucas to appreciate the quiet moments, to savor the present, and to cherish the wisdom that comes with time. Lucas taught Sophia to dream again, to take risks, and to believe in the possibility of new beginnings. Years passed, and their bond only deepened. They celebrated milestones together: birthdays, anniversaries, the publication of Sophia's long-dreamed-of book, and Lucas's first art exhibition. Each achievement was sweeter for having been shared, each challenge easier to bear with the other by their side. In the eyes of the world, they were an unlikely pair. But to each other, they were simply soulmates. Two people who had found, against all odds, a love that was both extraordinary and enduring. Their story inspired those around them to question their own assumptions, to look beyond the surface, and to recognize that love, in its truest form, is about more than appearances or conventions. It is about kindness, understanding, and the courage to follow one's heart. As the years unfolded, Sophia and Lucas continued to write their story, one beautiful chapter at a time. They proved that love is not measured in years, but in moments, moments of laughter, of vulnerability, of unwavering support. They showed that the greatest adventures in life are often those we never planned, and that happiness can be found when we dare to embrace the unexpected. In the end, their love was not defined by the opinions of others, but by the depth of their connection and the joy they brought to each other's lives. And so, Sophia and Lucas lived, loved, and grew together, leaving behind a legacy of hope and a reminder to all that love knows no boundaries, only possibilities.